Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. My name is Travis and this is Travis Does Kayak Fishing. In today's video, I'm fishing with the Kyles, a couple buddies of mine. We're up around Lake Keowee and I'm pre-fishing for QCKBF South Event 2. It's one that Blaine Upton hosts, and Blaine's a great guy. I appreciate the show he puts on. But I'm looking for pre-spawning bass behaviors. Are they setting up on secondary points only in the back of 2/3 of pockets and creeks? So I'm gonna rely on advanced anglers to kind of give me some guidance and learn from them today. That's where the Kyles come into play, and they're great guys to fish with and have fun with. Let's get out here and see if we can catch some pre-spawn bass. Here's one. Ain't very good, I don't think. Maybe.
I wonder if that was real close to where I just got that fight.
Oh, he's decent. Ah, no, he's not.
Stay cool.
All right, guys, first one. We're out here on Lake Keowee today. I'm out here with the Kyles. The other Kyle's catching up. That's a fatty. That's a feeder. Trying to get ready to do that humping, right? So we're going to get out here and see if we can find some pre-fishing for the QCKBF event that's next weekend. Now, at this point, me and Kyle are like 90% sure this is the bass that's been harassing his free rig the last couple of weeks. There was a bass tournament, I can't think of the name of it, but it's an annual one, and they launched from the ramp below McFalls Creek, which is where we're at. We saw bass boaters all day long. Now, at this point, we're about 1.5 to 2 miles away from the ramp, and there's this point that comes out midway into this creek. And I see a point, I immediately think lipless crankbait. Being March, the color of the month is red. Kiwi, Hartwell, doesn't matter what the water clarity is. Red is a color you can get by with on a lipless right now. You see something magical happens here in March. These crawfish start emerging from the mud, and these bass are seeing these vibrant red, healthy crawfish emerge out. And they're spawning, and they're hungry, so they're chewing on the crawfish. You're gonna see a lot of red lips here. Yes, sir. That's a better one. All right. That's a better one. Lipless, red. Good looking fish. We smacked the out of that. All right, guys, there's fish too. Nothing wrong with that. They're all fat. They're feeding. Hey! Like, how could I not? We've seen so many boaters today, there's no way I wasn't going to let my petty show. They were running back, checking for brush piles on the secondary points, and if they weren't seeing them, they were moving off. They weren't checking in the pockets, which is actually kind of wild. The water's approaching that 55-degree range. In some areas, it's actually higher. It was like 52 at the ramp, and we worked up to 54 and even low 55 according to my sonar, working back in that pocket. That means these bass are going to be in the back 2/3 of pockets and creeks, and we should be focusing our efforts back in there. Yeah, super tiny. That's small bass material there, brother. I might just have to suck it up and spend the $5 to fish small bass, because somehow I always catch a small bass. Guys, that's 3. One more, guys. We got a video. I think we'll get another one. And I did not get another one. However, the Kyles, they had them a pretty good afternoon, and they shared some information with me. The thing, a big lesson I learned from these guys is that finesse fishing, it's just a necessity if you're competitive fishing. There's no way around it. Now, Kyle Holt gets his first fish of the day, and about this same time, Kyle Davis is coming around the point I caught my big fish on, headed in our direction. And cleaning up behind us, literally pretty much hitting everything we hit except the big point. Kyle has already landed 5 fish that are about 12 inches on the way to us. What are you throwing at him? And to this point, Kyle Davis is just showing off with a shaky head everywhere he goes along the bank. Look, he got him another one. So he's got like 7 on the day. Very nice. Yeah, man, I got you. So Kyle Davis is just one hell of an angler. He's somebody who I've heard his name before in the upstate. I met him at the UKA end of the year banquet finally. Got to shake his hand, and I was super thrilled to meet him. Just super thrilled. I got to meet his wife, who's or coming up wife, I think, right? I'm not sure if they're married or not. It's none of my business. But yeah, she's with child, and Kyle is about to be a father. And Kyle's just a great dude. I'm honored to fish with him and learn from him. And what more can you say, man? I'm blessed to be around such great people. These are those times you have to learn to shut up and listen when other guys are catching fish and your bite is turned off. Pay attention.
You're a squat, Kyle.
He's
Making us normies look bad.
Hey, he is feasting on these 10 and 11 inches, though. Oh, there you go. There you go. Peter's gonna be pissed when they see that. Did I mention there were a lot of boaters out today? So at this point, we're all kind of in a lull and working the back of these pockets, trying to find these pre-spawning bass, and we're just not coming up on anything for a few pockets. Him and Bat Dad is one of the greatest feuds of all time.
Absolutely.
I'm Bat Dad. When you're fishing with friends, the struggle moments can be some of the funnest on the water. Dude, that was terrible, man.
Got him? Oh, he got him.
We went further back into the creek. Kyle Davis ended up having to take off to go home, which is fine. You know, nothing wrong with that. But me and Kyle Holt, we're gonna stay out till sunset is what it seems. In fact, when we got home, it was 9:07 p.m. for me. You know, I'm sure he was somewhere around the same time. I told him it was a 45-minute drive for me, but it's actually like an hour. But made it home, had a great day of fishing, enjoyed my time with him. I really learned that the fish are pre-staging, right? I had the one on the point that I probably could have camped out there longer and got more bass off of. But we did find bass in these little pockets, the protected pockets in the back. Yeah, it's roughly going to be my plan to just work as far back as I can until about noon, then turn around and work out. Now, unfortunately, I can't do Kyle Holt justice. He actually got on really hardcore here at the end of the day. He managed to get a couple of fish on the way to a brush pile at the back, and then once we actually found the muddy water, he found a brush pile and managed to use his front-facing sonar to pull a couple really nice bass off that brush pile within a couple minutes. So looking at what he did, looking at what Kyle Davis did, knowing what my strengths are in this area a little bit, it's going to take a lot of effort for me to get back here and fish this within the time constraints of the tournament the way I want to, but it can be done. And I think if I get back here and I execute, I've got as good a shot as anybody has getting a plaque, because it's not a highly fished area. It's an area that if you come back and the fish are here and they're chewing, you've got a really good chance of having a great day because it lines up with pre-spawn conditions perfectly. Thanks for coming, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This is a video you liked. Like, comment, subscribe if you don't mind. And yeah, YouTube thinks you'll like this video on the left. I really like the playlist on the right. If you like the channel, hit the subscribe button here and that'll give me a hand. Thanks, everybody.